The dream is real. We are live from the Waymaker Men's Summit, part of the BET experience here in the iHeartRadio Blueprint Connect podcast room, sponsored by Suave Men. And I have a young superhero in my presence, Michael Cooper Jr. How you doing, champ?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you got it on, first of all. You walked in here with the Prado, and I said, oh, the boy gets it.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
How are you feeling about this massive hit you guys have on Netflix, Forever?
I'm grateful. I mean, it's still kind of, I'm just taking it all in. I'm still very new to all this, you know what I mean? So I'm just taking my time, but it's been good. It's been good, and I'm grateful for the experiences that I'm having.
Well, I'm happy for you because I feel like this being one of your first successes, you're doing like the work that needs to be done visually. And big shout out to Mar and everybody involved, but
absolutely,
a young black man with communication issues in this, allegedly social world, right? I think it's more controlling than social, but that's a whole nother podcast.
Right.
But you are literally showing how you work through your frustration, your challenges. How was that as a black man portraying that character?
I mean, I think it's this interesting concept of, what Mara touches on in the story is so universal that we can all connect to. And I mean, very similar to Justin's life, growing up, because I'm from Dallas, Texas, but I grew up in the suburbs. And I've experienced a lot of racial profiling and different things growing up in like a white neighborhood. And, I played football in high school, but it was a predominantly white high school. So it was just these different similarities that I was able to connect with. So it wasn't necessarily difficult to step in regarding, those aspects, because it's just a commonality that a lot of us share in life.
But that's what we all feel about the show, though.
Absolutely.
Like, you literally, I've been married for, it'll be 26 years this year.
Yes, sir.
I have a 21-year-old and a 24-year-old.
Oh, that's crazy.
And they hooped.
Yeah.
So I'm watching Forever, and I'm like, wait, I'm the entrepreneur, the guy that goes out and, kills what we eat. My wife's the educated Howard grad. She just got her master's from Howard University.
That's
HU.
crazy.
So we identified with it in a way like that's our life.
Yeah.
That's like when you came to me, I was like, oh, this is my son. Like this, I'm gonna talk to him like.
That's
but
amazing.
How does it feel to have generational connection? Because I think, between Gen Z and Gen X, there's a lot of murky water and unclarity, but you guys brought it to life so well.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's a testament to Mara's writing because she's so specific in her story.
Yes.
And she's able to she's touched or she's hit on so many different generations and connecting to people. And I'm just honored to be a part of it, because when you're actually shooting the thing, you don't realize the impact that it's gonna have until you start getting the DMs from people writing paragraphs and essays about how you've impacted their life and somehow. So it's a blessing.
Well, brother, you have 400 billboards in Atlanta. It might not be 400, but it feels like every time I look up, you're at a bus stop, you're on a billboard.
Yeah.
So who has that impacted in your immediate circle? Like, how is this fame impacting your family?
Yeah, no, honestly, I think because my mom is with me right now. Love my mother, but she's with me right now, and I guess we didn't realize the gravitas of what this could potentially, because we've never done it.
That's right.
I didn't grow up in the industry. I didn't. So, people are coming up to us on the street and, you killed it in the show and you touched me this way. And my mom was like crying the other day because she was like, this is amazing. Like, she didn't realize how it resonated with people in such a way. So I'm just trying to take it all in. I'm just really trying to take it all in.
Hey, bro, and speaking of your mother, the mother in Forever was really on you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, this Northwestern thing was a real thing, right?
Yeah.
And my wife asked my sons after, she was like, do I act like that? Yeah. But that's the protective nature.
That's exactly what it is.
And can you speak to that in the relationship with your mom? Are the nuances similar? Is that, a real thing?
Oh my God. Well, my mother, shout out to Karen Pittman, by the way, who killed it, who crushed it. Crazy. But yeah, my mom, when she initially watched it, and a lot of my friends too, they're like, that's your mom in real life. Yeah. That's Dawn. Your mom is Dawn. And my mom she really sees herself in Dawn, which I think is interesting. But, Dawn's objective in the show is, to protect us out of love, even though she's fearful, right? Because the world has made her fearful. her objective is love. And so it's similar to my mom, who, you know, she holds us tight and she loves, you know, me and my younger brother. But and it was actually quite kind of fun building it with Karen, because she has a son around my age in real life too, and we were able just to pull experiences from my relationship with my mom and her relationship with her son and bring that to life. And you know,
that's beautiful. Man. And I think we need more of that. We don't have a lot of visuals. You know, I grew up with the Huxtables and we had a different world and all these things. Watching that took me to that place. And I see that even with my sons identifying with you because they hooped, or you know, people that have told me their, you know, passion points with the project. They're like, this is so real, and we need more of that. So congratulations on that.
Thank you, man.
What has it been like on your journey getting to this place? You're here at Waymaker. You're going to be speaking.
Yes, sir.
You know, telling your journey. You know, talking about your talents, the things you've gone through, and you know, it's going to impact somebody. How does that feel for you?
I mean, it's amazing. It's God. Do you know what I mean?
Amen. He's real. She's real.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, my experience has been a faith-driven one.
Come on.
I would not be here without him. So, like, it doesn't necessarily make sense to many, but I know that faith has been my foundation, and you know, I'm here to stand on that, and you know.
Listen, that makes my heart beat fast, because I just feel like, and how old, if you don't mind me asking?
I just turned 23.
But I feel like there's not a lot of conscious, intentional, you know, leadership.
Yes, sir.
And you could be that for a generation. There's no pressure with that, because it's actually who you are. And before we get out of here, I need to know, who were your Waymakers? Who are some of the people that inspired you on your journey?
I think my parents definitely inspired me. They inspired me in a way to kind of allow me to take risk. They were kind of apprehensive about this journey before, but I think that kind of pushback allowed me to kind of go further into my purpose and faith, and show them that, you know, God has us. So allowing me to step out on that, but they kind of helped me throughout this journey in this beautiful way. I think, you know, I look up to like actors such as Denzel Washington, Wood Harris, you know.
Yeah, one time for Wood Harris. Did that, Dad.
Crazy. So, I mean, I look up to a lot of those guys, man. And then I think President Obama really too. Like, I just
the same way.
Yeah. The way he speaks, the way he carries himself. You know, he kind of demands respect when he walks into a room, and you know, he knows who he is, and that's powerful.
Listen, I want to ask you one more question.
Yeah.
Speaking of Obama, the man made us all feel like that's the way we should show up.
Absolutely.
How important is that for your generation? Because I feel like the lack of communication because of devices, and obviously we're going through this thing with AI. Like, how important? I mean, because even your character, you know, you had communication issues, right?
Yes, sir.
How important is communication for Gen Z, bro?
Man, it's extremely important, and I know, like, social media has been ingrained into our society in this way, and you know, and see, it's funny because like before I wasn't even on social media, and I have helping me run the social media. Because like social media can be a good tool, but you know, the superficiality of it all, you know, it kind of puts a barrier if we allow it to. But I think, you know, it's important to actually touch grass, meet people, connect with community, meet people in church. You know, that's where I find my group. And even on set, like I started this Bible study with one of the makeup artists. Yeah. We call it Forever in Faith. And but those are where you start to meet and really develop and grow in your purpose and your skill and just understanding who you are. But communication and community and connection, I mean, it's important.
Come on, Michael Cooper Jr., 2028. He'll be running for the president of the United States. I appreciate you, brother.
Yes,
I just want to wish you the best, man.
Thank you, man.
Continue to know that the dream is real, and in an era where whatever you dream can come true. So
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
All right, love.
Thank you.
The dream is real. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Waymaker Men's Summit, part of the BET Experience, here in the iHeartRadio Blueprint Connect podcast room, proudly sponsored by Suave Men. And nobody's in shape better than this gentleman right here. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Vic Mensa. What's up, champ?
What's up, my brother?
How you doing?
I'm blessed, man.
He just showed me a picture of baby boy. If you're not a daddy, you cannot possibly know the feeling I know you having right now. How is fatherhood, brother?
Man, that's a cataclysmic shift.
Right.
So impactful. It's like I feel immortal, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like I used to be concerned with time. Like America has this obsession with time.
Yeah.
We schedule our days, 30-minute meetings. After 30-minute meetings, I might have 20 of them in a day.
Yeah.
And we in our culture feel like we age out of value. Maybe, and especially our culture doesn't value our elders.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's why seeing Hov still be nice at 50 is like, oh my God, you know, because we discard.
Yeah.
We discard. And so just growing, you know what I mean? The blessing of growing older, it scared me though for a long time. And like now that I have a son, I feel like I'm reborn.
The value in it.
Even the way I see my life is different. You know, I still have ambitions and things I strive for in my life, but now it feels more kind of like a stepping stone to his life in a way.
Yeah.
Like maybe there are things that I won't get to in this lifetime that I can prepare him to accomplish, so then I would also be doing it.
Yeah,
you know?
man. But I think that is a testament to what we need to be cultured. Like I saw you rapping on a Do or Die beat.
Pretty girl wanna ride in the Vino. Smoke goody with the mob like CeeLo. Got her nails in my hair like Tizo. Paid in full, gotta dodge that Rico.
This thing I'm doing called Features for Fans.
Okay.
Where like I'm doing live streams where I'm having people that support me send in their music, and I listen to a bunch of it, and I choose my favorite one, and I get them a free verse.
Okay.
So the kid, he did sound like G Herbo though, and I was like, "That's hard. That sound like
no, it was
Herb."
hard. Yeah.
You know, and so I just rolled with that one. But Do or Die, you know, them some of my OGs, man. I got so much love for Do or Die, Crucial Conflict,
Yeah.
Cold
Twister.
Hard, Twister. You know, those guys that like paved the way for Chicago, and I know a lot of them often feel like, man, you know, like the generations don't, you know what I mean, reach back the way that we should. And man, I think it's just deeply programmed in us that we just discard and don't
I think
value
this
our
Waymaker
elders.
thing was built on that though.
Word.
Yeah, to reach back. What Louis Carr's doing, how he put us all together. Even me and you, we met at the Black Men's Summit.
Word.
And was like, we're gonna keep in touch.
Word.
I done put you in 2 BET decks. I done put you, just hit you randomly.
Word. No,
Tell you you're doing your thing.
I appreciated that for real.
But that's
too.
what it's about though.
Yeah.
You see talent, you wanna reward that talent. And not in the way of just, I'm gonna get him a job or I'm gonna do this.
Right.
You literally have a unique way of speaking truth to power. And it's not like uninformed. You know, this digital era, somebody can just say whatever. And it'd be like, oh, did you hear what he... But you really do the research. You have a higher learning in your presentation. And how important is that though? To speak truth to power in a world that disregards the truth.
Well, that's everything. I feel like I see my purpose as being to bring truth to the people. That came to me at some point, and just try to live in that purpose.
Yeah.
I feel like when I take my mind off of results and metrics and other people's
It's freeing.
perceptions,
Yeah.
and I just like try to live into my purpose. I was having this thought yesterday that the moment when the thought process goes from how do I feel, how do I express that, to what will they think, is when the magic leaves the room.
I know, right?
Like as much as I could just live in my purpose, and if I've identified that my purpose is to bring truth to people, then, or truth to the people, then when I have a truth, you know what I mean? If I just focus on bringing that to the people, and it might just be my personal truth, and I can maybe for a moment sidestep that monster of what will they think about me, then I could get to something beautiful, you know?
And when you sit in your car, you be going, you know what I'm saying, on your social platforms, that truth is helping people. You have to know that. Do you know that?
I do. That's why I started sharing those things, you know what I mean? Like I've always been who I am with the people in my life. And just more recently, I started to realize that just being and expressing that for the world at large to see could be valuable in so many ways. You know what I mean? Like I always been the guy that when my guys are locked up, I'm sending them books on books, you know, and we're discussing them, and we're like metaphysically transforming, you know. And that's me in interpersonal relationship. And so I guess on social media and to the public, I'm just finding the ways to express the authentic me.
Yes. And I think a lot of what you talk about, you've experienced. And trauma is real, whether you think it's deserved or not. It's also a thing of knowing that mental health is a thing that you must protect really over everything, because if your mental is not right, you can't really function properly in society. How important has that journey been for you, and what would you tell somebody going through that journey right now?
I mean, I'm going through the journey right now. You know, always I've had to realize that my journey with mental health is a staple part of my life's work, you know, and having been depressed since I was a small child and like suicidal since I was a kid, and in therapy when I was a teenager, and on every antidepressant under the sun from that time, when I was maybe like 28 or something at this guy's studio, it dawned on me that, man, I gotta be incredibly proud of myself for surviving to this point.
That's right.
And that is just a part of my story, and to maybe not view my mental health situations as, you know, this burden, maybe see it as like an occasion to rise to every time, you know what I mean? Like,
and that be the battery pack.
A challenge to rise to, because you don't grow strong without resistance, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I got the abs.
Yeah, man.
Resistance bands.
I'll punch any of you. I really, though, but I'm gonna tell you.
But all that shit is connected, though. I ain't gonna lie.
is.
It's all connected. Like, I was running the other day. I was pushing this. I've been doing this run, pushing a stroller.
Yeah.
Like doing like a 5K with the baby, and it was killing me, bro. And somewhere along the process, it hit me that every time I pushed past the desire to quit, because I just wanted to chill. Like, I just wanted to take a walk.
Right,
but
stop.
I told myself, just make it to the end of the block. Then when I made it to the end of the block, I said, just make it to the end of the next block. Then the next block. Like, just don't quit. And all those little things are like small victories. Like, so many small personal victories predate a big public victory. So even, you know, as like, I'm doing different things in the public sphere, so many little private victories, like, have to appreciate those. You know what I mean?
Because a lot of people don't appreciate those, though, Vic. A lot of people will have those small wins, and they're not the big win, and it's not the win homie had, and and they really discourage themselves before they even get going.
Right.
You know, and I think you are making a way. You are a waymaker, pun intended. Who has been some of that guiding light or that force for you in your journey?
One of the guiding lights in my life, one of the brightest ones, is my sister Aja Monet. She's a poet from New York, and I would recommend everybody go listen to her last album, When the Poems Do What They Do. That got nominated for the Grammy, and she has a new book out right now, Florida Water.
Florida Water?
Florida Water.
Nice.
So Aja Monet, she's just like just a guiding light in my life, and one of the most talented poets on the planet that has always like pushed me, been the person when I'm like making a mistake and everybody around me is like hyping me up to be like, what are you doing? This is so stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
she's a truth teller.
Yeah, go against the grain. You know what I mean? Tell me what I don't want to hear.
That's what she
Those are the difficult people that like you need to listen to. Are the ones with perspective that tell you the shit you ain't trying to hear. You know?
Well, I'm gonna tell you something right now that you need to hear. Your words are powerful. The way you put them together, not just as an artist, but the way you speak to our people is powerful. And I wish for you not only your wildest dreams, but more connections because of your words. And you truly are a waymaker, my brother.
My brother, I appreciate you, man.
Keep going,
Yes,
Vic.
sir.
Yes,
In
sir.
that order, bro.
Love. The dream is real. We are live from the Waymaker Men's Summit, part of the BET experience here in the iHeart Radio Blueprint Connect podcast room, proudly sponsored by the American Cancer Society. And ladies and gentlemen, I have one of one with me right now. He goes by Busta Rhymes. How are you, King?
Superb, King, and I got one of none.
Come on.
Mr. Burns, let's not act like you just gonna flower me up in here.
No, I'm flowering you first.
Nah, I'm a botanical garden, you second. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like, and even seeing you with those kids just now, You literally was on some Michael Jackson. I'm waiting. I'm speaking to every one of them. You got a gift. I heard you actually say, this is the first gift I got today.
Did, real talk.
What does the Waymaker Summit mean to you, man? Because that was real, genuine love from a generation that might not have grew up with you like I did.
Yeah, right. You're absolutely right. I'm going to be honest with you. This is my first Waymaker Summit. And to even be given the opportunity to be a part of this, because I've seen this online several times.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen that this ain't the first time our good brother David Banner done pulled up.
Yeah.
You know, there's a few of my brothers that I love and I respect because they just stand so solid on their square with what they represent as men and what they do for the community that at one point I was just like, well, I ain't deemed worthy to be up here. I want to be up
my invitation
there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to finally get the opportunity to be here, you know, and I got to thank my one of the key components of my support system, my brother Joey Harris.
Yeah, what's up, Joey?
He has been making it his business to make sure that I've been able to be a part of such amazing things that, yeah, you know, the music is a component, but it ain't the primary focus.
No, it's been your words.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And where your words need to live.
Yeah,
and they need to live on that stage today at the Waymaker. So I think this of you.
Right.
You know, I've known you since, I think, 18 or 19.
Absolutely.
And I feel like, you know, being conscious and having knowledge of self was a thing in our era.
Yeah.
So your words meant something.
Thank you, Ken.
When you know, came into this business and defining, let's get past the showman.
Right.
Let's get to the surgicalness of your words.
Right.
And the things you were trying to speak life into. Talk to that young person right now that is thinking they have to be a cookie cutter rendition of something to fit in.
Right.
Because you came into the game not necessarily trying to fit in.
Nah.
You know, you knew that you could play the sport of rhyme.
Right.
You could compete at the highest level in rhyme, but you took the presentation, even from leaders, you know, into your personal career with the videos. I mean, you are the king.
Thank you, King.
When it comes to that in the hip hop world, period, hands down.
Thank you.
But talk to that young, aspiring creative that is sacrificing their true identity in the creative world to conform.
The first thing that I'm gonna say is, you don't. There ain't no rules to none of this thing.
Come on.
You actually are the one that's supposed to dictate the rule and set the standard. Now, I'm not saying don't work within showing people the side of, because it's important to make sure that you show people that you're in tune and you keep your finger on the pulse of what's going on so that you don't look like you dated or you don't know what's happening. But the beautiful part about that is that canvas is clean when you step to it as an artist. So the way you swing your paintbrush across that canvas is completely at your discretion. And the freedom of being able to paint what you're gonna put on that canvas, that's the most beautiful part.
The most fulfilling.
The feeling of the freeness, and then what you can come up with. And the most incredible thing is, that I think is the most important part, to remember, everybody gonna wanna stand next to the success story.
Come on.
But when it don't succeed, that don't mean it's failure. As long as you don't compromise your integrity, your respect, what you know your soul is talking and speaking to you even when there is no conversation with anybody else. And the comfort that you still have when you go and rest your head at night, even in the face of adversity when it looks like failure.
Yeah.
But failure ain't failure. Sometimes when it comes to divine timing and the Most High's clock, you ain't get it yet because you wasn't supposed to have it yet.
It wasn't time.
It wasn't time.
Amen.
And not your time either.
Exactly.
God's timing is the ultimate.
It's the only time.
And that's a testament. I'm going to say this, brother, and I don't think you spoke on this subject, but we are the OGs, legitimately. Not just because we've been around and we made some paper, we've had influence. No, we're literally the gatekeepers.
No question.
And we had hate keepers. We had a lot of people.
Yeah, we still got them though.
No, but I'm saying, and when we came into the game, we didn't have us.
Yeah.
None of them was doing Waymaker Summits.
Real talk.
That's why I salute Louis Carn, what he's doing, and I'm making my business just like you making your business. This is our first.
That's a fact.
Right? But it's a testament to it's not over either.
That's a fact.
You know, and it's like you came in the game making music. As many things as you've done, from entrepreneurship to being a father to being all the things you mean to people, you still got another level. I just told you, before the cameras come, like, bro, seeing you go from that to this, it's like the rebirth. I'm witnessing rebirth again.
Thank you, King.
So speak to that, because I think it's a lot of older gentlemen, older women that are giving up. And no, it stops when you stop.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, for me, the mantra that I live by, and it's in every caption, no matter what I post every single day.
Yeah, say it.
The blessings don't stop, so we don't stop.
Sorry, I gotta say.
You know what I'm saying? But for me, you know, I'm 53 years old now, proudly.
Yeah.
And when I turned 50 years old, I had a good 8-month conversation prior to my 50th. Oh no, when I just turned 50th, because I was going through a little bit of challenges trying to figure out how I was going to move coming out of that pandemic shit, because that shit was scary. Like, motherfuckers was sitting there for 2 years.
We was on the phone talking about that.
Like, I was coming to the A because I was fucked up trying to figure out just how to socially continue to keep my mind in the right space, because everything was closed in New York and the A was still open. We drive into the A just to hang out and just be able to be around some normalcy.
Mm-hmm.
So while you, D-Nice, started figuring out this shit with quarantine, and y'all was throwing all these fucking events that came about as a result of what y'all found
online.
Yeah. I was fucked up because I was like, I ain't figured out shit yet. They not even rhyming. I'm rhyming and I'm fucked up stuck. So
I'm doing my best Spliff Star rendition.
But they getting to the bag. Sponsorship dollars is coming. They was finding a way. And they was evolving and they was reinventing. That shit was feeding my soul.
I love that.
Directly. And I'm giving you I ain't never say thank you for that, and particularly the way I want to say it now.
Thank you.
But thank you, because I really was lost. Swiss and Pharrell was giving me a lot of guidance and talk. But what I'm saying is, a lot of that shit had to do with, I realized that, damn, it puts shit in perspective. I was like, damn, the first 25 years of my life, I did everything that I had to do because my parents said so.
Come on.
I'm still living in their house until I was like 21.
Right.
Second 25 years of my life, I started having all of these beautiful children, and I got to do everything that is required for them without negotiation, without discussion.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful ode to your children at the BET Awards.
Oh man, thank you so much. And it's so beautiful. What I'm about to get to is a point, which is why, to lead to your point when you were saying there's a lot of OGs that they starting to lose faith because they feel like they had a space in their life where they too old to keep it going. That shit is fuckery. And when it come to our culture with this hip hop shit, we the only ones that try to date the culture and act like you can't speak on the mic and rhyme and do what you do as an artist with this brilliant gift after a certain amount of time, because there's some young man shit.
Come on.
You can't put a timeline on greatness.
You cannot.
Amen. And when I got to that 50-year-old mark, I said, this next 25, I'm gonna be selfish than a motherfucker with it. And I'm gonna do what I want for me, because I took care of everybody. And I'm not negotiating. I'm gonna fucking learn how to get my skin right. I'm gonna learn how to get this weight off me. I'm gonna get this motherfucking centerfold GQ sexy popping. And I'm gonna motherfucking eat to live the right way. I mean, I always know how to change my body up with muscles and shit. But I wanted to be slim, healthy, and able to be agile and happy, peace of mind, joy. And I wasn't letting nobody compromise that no more.
Yeah, listen, man, you spoke that through your rhymes, but you're actually speaking it now.
Thank you.
And I want to give you that, because I don't think you realize, boss, we lived for the music during that era. And now, even like the Blessed Don't Stop, the thing you say verbally every time you get a chance, that's the difference in you. That's the growth in you. And that's the growth that can be in anyone who believes. And I want to get up out of here, because I know you got a lot to do.
I ain't in no rush. I'm building with my brother.
No, I love it, but they gotta.
I got you.
But I want to tell you though. No, you know we talk.
Hell yeah.
But I really want you to explain to these youngins that you had Waymakers in your life, whether they were personally with you or not. And the most important ones, you probably never even met.
Right. That's real talk.
So please speak to the Waymaker, man. The person, you know, that you want to liken yourself to. The person you want to be like. Right? And we have superheroes that disappointed us and all the things after we finally met them. But at the same time, knowing nothing about them, I wouldn't be here.
That's a fact.
Without a puff.
That's a
I
fact.
wouldn't be here without certain people.
That's a fact.
Please speak to that.
I have several Waymakers. So I'm going to name as many of them that I can squeeze into in this little bit of time that we got left, beloved. My mother and father was my initial Waymakers.
I love that.
Outside of my mother and father, the 5% Nation of the Gods and Earths was Waymakers for me, because they empowered me in believing something about me that nothing else in existence empowered me to believe, and that was the black man is the maker, the owner, the cream of this planet, the fathers of civilization and gods of the universe, period.
And that went through all your music to us, by the way.
Always going to be in my music. Yes. Still in my music.
No, but for sure. I'm saying when we weren't necessarily practicing that, we felt that and searched ourselves.
Thank you, King. Yeah. Thank you. And I'm also big up Chuck D and Public Enemy because we got our name, Leaders of the New School. We got our first start in this entertainment industry with the fundamentals that we was needed to be taught from Public Enemy. I got my name Busta Rhymes from Public Enemy.
Wow.
I got to big up Dante Ross, his white brother that was an incredible A&R at the time and still one of my closest friends to this day. He gave us our first deal at Elektra Records in 1989, December 12th. So I was able to come home and show my father, who wasn't as supportive of this rap music at the time,
that you did something.
That I finally got this Fortune 500 corporate letterhead logo at the top of this letterhead. Look, 6-figure deal, even though I got to split it up with 3 other motherfuckers.
So what?
I found a way.
Yeah.
And outside of them, Chris Lighty.
Yeah, God
rest in peace, Chris. Mona Scott Young, Sylvia Rohn.
Yes, the queen.
Clive Davis, Puff, L.A. Reid.
Yeah.
Malcolm X. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And I think the most important currently is my children.
Yeah, man. Come on, Dad.
Word, my children.
Seeing your heart beats outside of your body is another level of love.
Word.
Especially as adults.
Yeah, brother.
Right?
It's the craziest feeling. Because see, once my kids got grown, the most beautiful part about the experience of having my grown kids now rocking with me and no longer having to deal with the court systems and the child support and the legal
things.
threats, those things, we got past it. And I'm grateful that I went through it because it actually went from the mothers of my children understanding how unnecessary it was for us to be
in that place.
And not only in that place, but compared to the way we rock with each other now.
Right.
If y'all see how we rocking with each other now, it could have been this the whole time. If y'all wasn't
never would have been a thing.
It wouldn't have been nothing.
Yeah.
Because even now without that, y'all could come on the New Year's celebrations with me. Even though we ain't together like that and I got my woman with me, y'all could be there with us.
Yeah, we family.
With the kids because my woman respect the mothers
of your children.
My mothers actually appreciate that my woman will help make sure that the daughter that I have with them, nails is getting done before we go to the New Year's event. They hair, they glam.
Yeah.
My woman gonna do that because she got respect for them, her love children. So the mothers see that and appreciate. But the point that I'm trying to make is my kids is in business with me. I got a son that I got as a partner. I gave a joint venture deal, split 50-50, so he can have his own label. His name is Trillion. He got a record out with NLE Chopper and another one with Cash Cobain and R2 Mo performing at the BET Award show. My oldest son, who worked for Black Rock, is his manager.
Yeah.
He was the 3-year-old in the Woo-Ha video.
Yeah.
I got a daughter named Casey who works at Blue Note, who is working on her own album.
I love it.
I got another daughter who plays classic piano and produces.
Yeah.
I got another son who's an MMA kickboxing champ and he produces too. He'll bust your ass. So anybody fuck with his father, he gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
Now,
but it's timing though, Bus.
It is.
Timing would not have told a better story.
That's a fact. And the beautiful and the most greatest result of it is they are my most favorite best friends.
That's beautiful.
There's people that I've been rocking with for 30, 35 years that started to show themselves a little funny within the last 2 years. And maybe in the past, I would have wanted to invest the time into reconciling those relationships.
Yeah.
But I realized, especially over the shit that they was trying to create a little energy that wasn't right or a little friction, it wasn't even worth investing your energy because you ain't supposed to compromise your peace of mind or your happiness if you ain't initiate no negative shit anyway.
Nobody.
You ain't. If I did something wrong, I'm gonna fall on my sword. But if I ain't do nothing wrong to you, fuck out of here. But the point that I'm trying to make is, my kids bringing me so much joy, being a part of so much great shit that I got that I'm ultimately gonna leave with them when it's time for me to go back home.
Yes.
It makes me realize how much less I need any of those friendships.
Man.
Because my real crew is my children. I could go out with my children. I can have a drink with my children.
It's so good to see you like this.
This is the most...
Talking about them.
Bro, I could burn a little spliff with my oldest son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They bringing money home. They contributing to the bills. They ain't freeloading off Pops no more. Like, this shit is the best shit in the world for me, bro.
Yeah, and you can see it on you.
Thank you.
You know, it's not just the effort you're putting forth for yourself, for your health, for your preservation, but it's the fact that you reconciled everything that didn't happen with them.
Yeah.
Everybody's on board.
Yeah.
The mothers of your children. You have a unit.
Yeah.
And that unit is God's timing.
It really is.
The way that it's existing right now is the way it's supposed to be. And I wish you many more years of figuring out that level of balance and continue, brother, not only in music, because you're on the Mount Rushmore of any and everything hip-hop culture.
Thank you, King.
But continue to be that centerpiece in our community, because you, Busta Rhymes, are a waymaker. I appreciate you, King.
I appreciate
Love
you too,
man.
King. I love you beyond
Dearly.
descriptions,
Dearly.
bro.
Yes, sir.
Like you are truly an incredible example to follow. You've always been a brother. You've always been super solid just when it comes to your morals, principles, integrity,
Thank you,
respect.
brother.
You don't bend, fold. I've seen you in situations where you was ready to split a few dudes' heads. And you don't compromise your civilization.
Amen.
Last but not least, every waymaker out there that understands their purpose beyond just themselves, understand how divine your purpose is, and continue to keep it going and keep it growing. Botanical Garden been yours, beloved.
Yeah, love you,
I
man.
salute you, King.
And you want to know why? Because the dream is real.
Believe that. And the blessings don't stop, so we don't stop.
Bow. The dream is real.